Okay, YouTube, how you doing today? I haven't done a 2016 full stack video yet. I'm a little late on it, but been a little preoccupied with the little one so far. She's doing pretty good. She's keeping me up all night. Uh, but other than that, she's doing great. Um, I got a little bit of everything in my stack. I like to keep my stack very diverse. Um, and I will be showing y'all the different parts of my stack and hopefully the goals that I have for 2017 and some things that I've learned from my first year of stacking. My first year, even though I started about July, I still had, I think, yes, this piece right here was my first piece, and I ended up getting it for free when I worked at a thrift store. But I've had this for years, and I only considered this as scrap money, and I never realized the value of silver until I got my second piece of silver. This, and I bought it at a pawn shop, seeing it. When I bought this, I learned a little bit more about silver and bullion since I got my first piece, and this was maybe a 2 year difference between me getting them. Um, Before getting those pieces, I I have inherited some silver coins, like these silver dimes, um, and a silver peace dollar, and some other silver from my grandmother when she died, but I never thought anything of them. Just thinking of them as heirlooms and that I want to keep them because they're my grandmother's. But since then, I have learned a great deal, and I owe it mostly to the community on YouTube, and I can't thank y'all more than anything. And I've learned about pouring silver. I've started pouring silver, and I've poured copper as well. I'm learning about the different coins, um, that how grading works, and how to send them off to get graded. And that's something that I would like to get into, but I don't believe I'll be getting into it anytime. Well, not anytime soon, but fairly soon. I'd probably say within the next year or so, I'll probably be trying to send coins off to be graded just because I don't know enough about the grading system and how to grade a coin myself. And I don't want to sit there and send a coin off and waste $100 on 10 coins that turn out to be pretty much junk. So I'm gonna hold off on sending coins off to be graded, but uh, for right now, I'm still learning, still fairly new to this, but I have learned a great deal from everybody on YouTube, and I very much appreciate it. And since my, well, I wouldn't say 1 year, but since I've been stacking for the past 6, 7 months, I would say in that very short period of time, I've changed my style of stacking very greatly. At first, I was just stacking to be an investor, but then I started seeing all the other coins that were being made and everything else I could find. And this mainly came about when I bought this Chinese panda. I've always seen them online and all this, but I've never seen one in person. And once I did, it changed my view on how I saw the different coins, and it made me want to be a collector. I would say I'm still a stacker for an investments, collecting, and for shit hits the fan situations. I would say, and in shit hit the fan situations, this is where I've been buying a bunch of constitutional silver, whether it be American quarters or even Canadian quarters, which are cheaper than American quarters because they're not 90%, but to a point. I think it's up till um, 60, 1967 that they were 80%. I'm not totally sure on the years because it's been a while since I have to look up the Canadian coins every time I buy some because they're all different ones. They even go down to I think it's like some are 50%, some are lower than that, I think. But I try to buy only 80% silver on the when I buy Canadian quarters at least. I haven't really bought the Canadian dimes or anything else from them. The only time I've gotten Canadian dimes is when I bought a lot of foreign silver, and I got a whole mess of different foreign coins that are all silver. Some are some are some are like very low in silver content. So I this is more of my junk silver right here, if you ask me, because they're very small in weights and they're not well known in the silver contents. And one of the coins that I got in that lot was a Mexican un peso, which is 10% silver, which is next to nothing. But I keep it because it's silver and it's a pretty cool coin, I guess. Interesting. Well, on top of that, this is some of my poured silver right here. Still learning on that. This is some more of my poured silver. Most likely going to remelt this one. I like the pour lines, but I got too much junk in the pour. So I'm going to remelt this one. This one came out fairly nice. And then I have some an Atlantis poured bar. And then I have a bunch of bullion coins. I have a 2015 Year of the Goat 5-ounce bar. Turns out, from what I've been doing on looking online, I've only seen a few of these bars, and apparently everyone I've seen online, they say they're fairly rare. I don't know how true that is, but I haven't even seen a handful of them, honestly. And I wish I could find more of the Zodiacs, but I've only seen an OPM goat and an OPM horse. And I think the horse one that I've seen was a 10-ouncer, and apparently those are rare as well. But I like them. They're neat. I got some. I've been loving the World Crown coins. Frank P. News Metals got me into them. He was talking about them on some videos, and I saw them, and I really dig them. The American ones too. I got a handful of, well, not really a handful, but I got a few Morgans. I got a peace dollar from my grandmother, and I got just other ones from Poland, Panama, and I got some Nazi coins. I really like the Nazi coins. I'm probably going to try to buy more of the Nazi coins because, like I said, in one of my other videos, I've not seen anybody showcase any Nazi coins, and I really dig it. They're different, and another thing that I really dig, they're in this stack of coins over here, but I don't feel like finding them. They're the Japanese coins that are really awesome. Um, I got those early on into my stacking this year, and I believe they were a really good investment, and I probably will buy more of them in the future. Um, I will try to find a better deal on them because the deal that I got was, I haven't looked into it, but they did seem more on the high end. But I will have to look into the pricing of it. I got I got a proof. This is something else that I want to get more of, are proofs. And then I got a 9/11 um, remembering coin. It's a memorial coin for 9/11. It's 10-year anniversary. And then I have my copper stack. These are all 82 and earlier coins. Um, I'm pretty sure there's no wheat pennies in here, just 82 and below. And I use that as my part of my copper stack, including my copper bars that I've poured. I got a couple 1 ounce bars. I got these very early into my stack. And apparently these 1 ounce Engelhard bars are fairly rare too, which I find pretty neat that I got them early on. Well, one of them's an Engelhard. The other one is a Pan American Silver. But other than that, I'm very happy with the way I've stacked and evolved my first year of stacking. My goal, some of my goals for 2017, they're not going to be crazy like a lot of people's on YouTube, because I have a very, very limited amount of money to spend towards this stacking, and it's fairly challenging on how to maneuver my money into allowing me to stack the silver and provide for my family. But along with that, some of my goals are to start a American Silver Eagle set. I want to get a set of them, and then I also want to get a whole bunch more. I want to get at least 3 tubes of 90% silver quarters, and maybe a couple tubes of Canadian 80% quarters as well. I also want to get they start the lunar series. I got this coin because I'm a monkey and my daughter's a monkey. That's mainly why I got this coin. But I want to get a Lunar 1 and a Lunar 2 series set. And see how those turn out. I'm thinking the Lunar 1, I'm pretty sure the Lunar 1 will be more expensive since they're fairly older coins. But we'll try to get that going. But my main goal is just to get more quarters and get more silver eagles. Those are my 2 main goals. And also pouring more silver. I want to get better at silver pouring and eventually start selling my bars, which I can see me, depending on how financially I am in a few months, I'll be able to buy more silver to melt down and pour, and then you guys can get some of my light bars. That's what I think I'm gonna call them, since I got the light bulb on them. And I eventually will get a custom stamp made, but until I do, they're just going to be the generic light bulb stamp. But this video is getting fairly long, so I think I'll end it at that after showing y'all my full stack and some of my goals that I want to do. And if you liked the video and enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and throw me some comments down below, and I'll get back to you. All right, YouTube, take it easy.